So, you're here because you want to learn 5 things on starting a laser engraving company. Well, I got 5 tips for you. And these are the things that I wish someone would have sat down and told me when I started. It would have it'd help me out a lot more, and I think it'll help you. I know it'll help me out a lot more and grow a lot faster, and it'd been a leg up on a lot instead of I had to learn all of it by myself. The first one's pretty easy. The first thing I would do is come up with a budget. Find how much you want to spend, or how much can you spend. Do you have some in the saving? Are you going to take out a loan for it? What are you going to do? That's your main thing. And I would say is, if I were you, I wouldn't take a loan out if you could. If you could, just work your regular day job and just keep putting your pennies away. Keep putting away and keep putting away. Yeah, it might take you a year. It might take you 2. But you know what? In that time, you have that much time now, in a year, however long it took for you to save up, you have that much time to think about everything in your business, everything else. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's okay to save up. If let's say you have it, or you got some tax return that you're like, I'm going to put this towards it. Whether it's a little Glowforge laser or a big Epilogue laser, or there's millions of kinds. It's just save your money, come up with a plan of what you want to do and how you're going to come up with this money. And then for the second thing is, I would come up with a sheet of paper and put probably 5 lasers down. Put down 5 laser names and start going through them. And I mean, do your research. Folks, this, I wish I would have. I tell you what, my first laser was eBay laser. It was, I think, $1,600 or $1,700, somewhere in there, after I paid shipping. And I thought, this is going to be it. This is huge. It's a big machine. I'm excited. And when I got it, it was not. It was good for me to learn, I guess, but it was really tough. The rotary tool, it couldn't do what I can now. I mean, I was really limited, and in that aspect of it, I wish I would have never bought it, and I would have been a lot better off buying an actual nice machine. Even like the non-rotary, everything was in Chinese, so it was once I got it converted over, it was a lot easier, but it didn't have the power. Like, it told me it was a 60 watt. It wasn't. I think I ended up doing the math with running the calculations on how much wattage. It came out to be like a 30 or 35 watt. It was okay. It was my learning one. I can say that. But if someone would have told me not to even bother with that and just go and actually buy a name brand laser, I would have. And there was no one out there to ask any of this stuff. Every time I would ask, some people that I knew or thought they would give me a hand on it, you get I'll get back to you. And they never did. And I needed some direction, and it was hard, because just like you, I did my research, laser engraving companies, or how do you start a laser engraving business, and there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. I couldn't learn, no one could tell me what to do. So I'm going to help you as much as I can. I want to. It was a struggle for me. And there's so much work out there I found for laser engraving companies. So again, number 2, I would definitely do your research on what laser you want to buy. Whether it's a Glowforge, Epilogue, there's one Australia one. But do your research. Figure out which one you want. Every company has a lower brand name one. They have, like, Epilogue has one that's, I believe their lower one's about 8,000. You could start out with that one. It's going to be a little slower, but it doesn't matter. I wish I would have. It'd still be running in my in my house right now. And sorry about the mess and everything behind me, but we run out of our basement, and I don't have to worry about people coming to my house. I do stuff for close friends, but I don't have to worry about walk-ins. And there might be a day where I want to switch that up, and I go to a shop in town, or rent out a place and have a shop in town. But for now, I like the online. I like the freedom and doing what I can do. For now, I like doing it out of my basement, and I don't have no reason to move out of my basement. I like the freedom, and you'll like the freedom too. Trust me. What I did, or I wish someone would have told me, and it's so worth it. An online business is so nice. It gives you freedom to go spend time with my family, to have the vacation I want. As long as you get your work done, you can do whatever you want. You're your own boss. Okay, so now for the third thing, make sure you figure out the name of your company. I didn't put much thought of that. I just knew I was going to start a business, and I'm not going to listen to anyone else, and I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to learn along as I go. And I did. And I switched my name, which isn't the end of the world, but really take some time and think about your name. The whole time you're doing all the research on your laser and figure out a name. Just take your time and figure out a name. It's okay. And you might switch it, and that's fine. You can switch it down the road. It's no big deal. The other thing is make sure you really do your research too and get a hold of some insurance companies, and you got to get business insurance. Do it. It's another cost. Go talk to your accountant right now and figure out your insurance and, whoever you have your car through or whatever. If you don't like the company, get a different company. But, I went and sat down and I told them this is what I'm going to do. And then every year, if I added more things, which we do every year, and I just tell them, I'm like, hey, I added stainless cups this year and I keep this much in stock, or I keep this much in glassware, and they base it off of that. How much you keep in stock, how much you're selling. It all plays a role. And if you had a fire, you'd be covered. If you had, someone come after you to sue you for some reason, I don't know, something wrong with the stainless or something, but you're all covered. It's okay, and they'll walk you through it and tell them it's for a business, and it's easy. Just go get it. You have close calls, and you're like, that's why I have insurance. Worth it. I know someone very close to me, I'm not going to say who it is, but they had lightning strike the ground next to their house, and it took out their machines, and that cost them a lot of money. They have insurance. Insurance paid for it all. All right, your fourth thing is product. What do you want to make? Is it cups? Like this one. I did that myself. I'm pretty good at drawing with my hands, and I got the computer software, and I use CorelDRAW, and it took me a little bit. It's all self-taught. I took one class for doing photos, for laser photoing. That was just a waste of money. But you're going to have stuff like that, and it's okay. You got to learn. But products, what do you want to do? Like, is it going to be wood products? Are you going to make lamp stands? Are you going to make picture frames? Are you just going to do laser cutting and not going to do laser etching? You have to figure out what you want to do and what products you want to make. We decided we want to be a gift shop, basically, for online, and people can come to us and buy whatever we have. And we also have people that come and like, hey, can I get this kind of bottle opener? Okay, I'll do my research and I'll go and find the places, and I will go and buy the product for our customer if I can find it. Yeah, and there's sometimes you can find they want this bottle opener, they can buy it on Amazon for $5, and I find a supplier and they want $8. Well, I'm not going to go through that person. So I'll buy them from Amazon, but then you got to put your cost on it and what you think your time's worth, and that's all plays in hand. You have to make sure you do your research, know what product you want, and do your research on if you can buy it in bulk. There's a million other places out there that sell different things. Don't think Amazon, Target, Walmart, any of those. There's so many more, and if you want to know more, put a comment down below. I'll let you know. I can make a video on that too. I don't care. I'll let you guys know everything. I'm not gonna hide anything. I wish there was more out there when I started, because there was nothing. So definitely find what products you want, get it in stock, and start somewhere. You don't have to go and buy a bunch of it either. We started out just buying little by little. Yeah, it cost us more, but a lot better if you buy a lot more at once. But we couldn't afford it. Whatever the business, X amount of dollars, that we didn't want to put any more in there. We couldn't afford it. We had 2 kids in daycare. That was $1,100 a month. We couldn't afford anything else. That we were barely getting by. So figure out your products. Don't worry about buying a buttload of it. You got to see if it sells first, and that's making that is going to be a fun task, because that's different fonts, photographs, whatever you want to put on it, and then how you're going to market it. So just buy a little bit, practice on your machine, make sure it works, make your samples, take some great photos, and then list it online. The 5th thing now, is what platform? Have you ever thought about that? I did. I knew I was going to be Etsy, but did I think I was going to go much past that? Just thought, I'll sell on Etsy and this will be fine. Well, lo and behold, after a year, maybe a little more into it, I found other platforms that were good. You don't have to sell on one platform. You got Amazon, you got Amazon FBA, you have Etsy, you have, Poshmark, you have, there's so much more. So don't think you have to sell on one platform. It's how big you want to be. We do Etsy and we do Amazon, but the word got out once I quit my job, which April 2020 will be 2 years that my wife and I have both been on our own. Woohoo! But once you're on your own and people see that, the word gets out. So we have other local companies that are coming to us, and it's awesome. It's great. We get big orders of cups with their logos on it, all the way to these little itty bitty tags for motor mounts or whatever they're using them for. And we do them. We put out our bid, and we don't get all of them. And that's fine. You can't get them all. And don't get discouraged on that. But pick a platform and open up your shop. shop. Like if it's Etsy, open up your shop and just start. The other thing is you're going to sit there and you're going to do research and research and research. Here's a bonus one for you. Stop doing all your research. You're driving yourself nuts. Just start your shop. Whether it's an Etsy shop or Amazon, go right now and just put one in. Sit down and figure out a name. Stop doing all your research. Do your research on your laser now. You can do it. It's, I want to say easy, but it's not. And don't be scared to fail. Every time I failed, you learn from it, and it only makes you better. It's the best way to learn in my eyes. Start. I'll help you as much as I possibly can with all the questions and comments down below. Tell me what videos you guys want. Smash that like button and subscribe and leave a comment. Glad you got to see me again, and if you got any questions, let me know. Now, your fourth thing, but I wish someone would have sat down and told me. I don't like any of that. We run out of our business, and not run out of our business. Now, your fourth thing,